Hi, I have done a video on annual planning, quarterly planning and monthly planning over the last few months. Plan with me's here on my channel, and so today I'm going to do my weekly planning with you to show you how I do that and how I incorporate all of that other annual, quarterly, monthly planning into my week, which is the doing bit, as it were, the part of the planning system where I get things done, basically. Hello buddy, it's Edwina from My Craft Orchard. How are you? I'm going to apologise first of all about this. It looks a bit unsightly. I had to put some nail polish on it. I bashed my finger and it's starting to come out, and it looks like it looks really awful, to be honest. I just like to think it's an ink splotch. If I'm I think it's just an ink splotch, but it isn't. It is a big nasty bruise coming out of my nail, so I do apologise if it's distracting. I'm going to have to put some nail polish on it or something. Right then, weekly planning. Do you weekly plan? Comment down below. The one thing that Megan Summer from the Pink Bee, who runs the top programme, who I am a student of, advocates weekly planning, and this is where everything is done. No daily planning, no to-do lists. You plan for your week. Now, this system is set up for busy moms, people who work from home and that sort of thing, and I would give it a go. It's taken me a few months to really get my head around this sort of way of planning. However, I really would advise you to give it a go because it works. It really does. It stops the, oh, I've got to do this, or I've got to do that, or I've got to do, because you've got a plan. You know where you're going and what's got to be done, and a rough when. It's a bit like time blocking, but it's not time blocking, because you're not saying at this time I am going to do this, at this time I'm going to do this, because life happens. The dog gets sick, the kids play up, the husband demands that you talk to him for 3 hours instead of the 10 minutes that you allotted, all of that sort of thing. So this is working for me, and I wanted to show you how I do it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how I clear my desk. That is the first thing. So this is my desk, how it looked this morning. It is a Sunday, and we are currently doing weekly planning. I always do weekly planning on a Sunday, and then this is what it looks like after I had a bit of a tidy up. So desk's clear and we're ready to go. So I've now moved into my filming area to sort of show you how to do this. So let's make a start. So underneath my computer on the previous picture there was a pile that I set up. So here's the pile. I brought that with me. This is a moleskine extra large, and it is the Moleskine Smart Pro Weekly Planner. You don't have to have the Smart Pro, it's just that it was cheap. I don't use a pen to capture what I'm writing or anything. I'm just using the layouts in here, and it was because it was a bargain. It's as simple as that. And I went through this in my monthly video, which was last month. So at the front you've got your months, your goals, projects and tasks. So you've got like 4 pages for your month, and then in between the months and the weeks there's goals for the year, like an index and all of the normal pages that Moleskine have with stuff on. So I haven't got much in there at the moment. And then you go into your weeklies, which this is the week I am just about to plan out. And then at the back you've got your normal pocket, and there's only a couple, not many blank pages at the back. I've done a pen test on the one, and the other would just be, I would use those pages just for information that I use like on a weekly basis. So this is a vertical week. The space at the top here for your daily events, and then you've got from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and normally with moleskine you have Saturday and Sunday just as a box each, and this actually works for me. You can get weekly planners like this that have the full Saturday and Sunday. If a lot of what you do and needs to be blocked out is Saturday and Sunday, I would recommend that as well. Okay, so let's make a start. So I do have index cards, which are my lists. Okay, so I have a weekly list, and then I have things set out by day as well. So I've got one for each day of the week, including a separate one for a Saturday and a Sunday, and that's the quarter one. I'll put that over there. Okay. The way I do this is, you might not have lots and lots of things that you need to put into a weekly plan. I do different things on a Monday that I do on a Tuesday that I do on a Wednesday. So I have different tasks that need to be done on specific days, which is why I have a set of index cards per day. You could just have a checklist like this, which is a weekly checklist with everything on. And it doesn't have to be on an index card. You could put it on a piece of paper, or you could put it in the back of your planner or wherever. This is how I do it. Okay. So the first thing I would do then is, I've cleared my desk as you've seen. I'm then going to process all of these papers. I'm not going to do it because this video will be huge. So just an example of what all of this is. There's a snippet of a to-do list that I wrote down as I was, I think, putting my son to bed. I think that's what that is. Some vouchers for some clothes, some notes from a video I was watching. There's till receipts that I need to go through to double check there's nothing for business expenses, that sort of thing. And then I have a Warhammer event, because I'm going to be painting a model for that over the coming few weeks, because there's a painting competition that I've entered the last 3 years, so I'm going to do that again. So that's what that is. And then this is my catch-all one notebook. If you did the Megan Summerall Pink Bees one notebook, you know what this is. If you want me to go over this, I can do, but it's basically, very quickly, at the front I've taken out a daily planner, and I use each day as it comes. I don't daily plan, but I do use that. That's normally like open. So for instance, this is today. So I would leave that on my desk open like that. And then any notes for today that I'm going to be doing, I would write in there. And then I've got extra space at the back because there's plenty of written notebooks. So I've Frankenplanned this basically. So if I'm watching a video and I want to make notes, which I have done here, I was doing a bit of training, so I've got all this spare notebook at the back, and then this is stuff that's going on today, and if I feel that, I can go back to this, or as there's nothing on tomorrow, I could go back and fill this in. And what I tend to do also is anywhere there's no, like there's nothing on there, I might use that for extra notes or scribbles, or just to jot something down, and that sort of thing. Now I've processed up to this clip here. All of these need to be looked at. If there's a line through it, it's been put somewhere else. So for instance, there's a quote there that I wanted to write down, so I've just scribbled that in there. There's pages that have been done. There's all sorts of cancel Netflix, a video that I watched that I want to keep a note of, maybe the appointment there that I need to make a note of, you know, that sort of thing. So I would process this and I would process those into my system, which would be index cards for non-date specific. Date specific go onto my monthly, so it would all go onto March for this month, and if it was a future date it would go into this month. Again, all of these monthlies I looked at last month's Plan With Me. I'll link it down below. So date specific, time specific. If it's this month it goes into here, if it's future it goes into there. Anything that's not a date specific, something I want to do, go onto index cards, and anything that is like notes or things I want to keep then go into my record system. So training notes, that sort of thing, go into Google Docs, and then I've got a commonplace book where quotes and little ideas and things go as well. Obviously if it's Daisy related, it goes into my Daisy diary. If it's my craft orchard, it goes into my content planner. You get the picture. This one is the catch-all for everything. So I put Daisy, I do my craft orchard, I put my home stuff, personal stuff, things that happen in at school, all of that goes in here. And this is the week then. And then on a Monday morning, tomorrow morning, because I'm going to do the plan now, I'll come in and I'll go, right, this is happening today, this is what I plan to do here, etc. So if I look at today, I'm planning on doing some printing for Daisy, craft cuts in purple, and I'm going to do filming, which is this video, which is in orange. And as you can see, I do colour coding. I love my colours, and each element of my life has a different colour. And you can see just at a glance then what is coming up. So for instance, on a Monday we do my morning routine, we do school drop off, I work, and then last week I had to do some stuff for craft club, editing my video, you know, and that sort of thing. So you can see where the home stuff is because it's pink, my craft orchard because it's orange, Daisy because it's purple, craft because it's lilac, and anything personal is in green. So gaming, TV night, dentist, that sort of thing. So let's get started, shall we? So I can probably knock out my weekly plan in about 10 or 15 minutes. I've got all my coloured pens here. I always use the same pens. I have been playing with changing the lilac and the purple because on not last week but the week before I felt that Daisy and my craft club looked very similar. So I've changed the colour because, and then I tried to do one just in black and white, which really didn't work for me. But that's it, I tried it, it didn't work, you know. At the front of here, because I've started this a bit later in the year, I've got blank weeks. So I could use that to try out new pens or a new layout or something. I tried putting lines down for that one. And I found that works rather than blocking stuff off. So the blocks are unchangeables basically. So I would start our morning routine. Now there is a specific way of doing this. You don't have to do that. So let's first of all let's have a look at what appointments are coming up for this week. So let's go back. We're on the 10th. I've got craft club. I've got penciled in for Warhammer. So there's nothing else coming up this week. In here, let me just double check because sometimes things get thrown into here. So there are a couple of things that I've sort of penciled in because this is a rough draft. I always use that as a rough draft, so I'm going to prop that up there, and I'm going to look at my everyday carry as well just to check nothing was popped in while I was out and about. So nope, there isn't. While I'm here, I'll just check next week as well. No, nothing got popped into there. And then I've got a lot going on at the end with various things for Dad. But there's nothing really popped in as my week's gone along. Okay. So no major appointments, just things I would like to do. Apart from craft club, and that's what I do every week anyway. So 7 o'clock, 7:30. I always do my morning routine. Always aim to have tea about 5:30. I'm going to do sort of 3 days so you get an idea, because otherwise I'm going to be here a while. Because I can knock this out without talking about it, but obviously I'm trying to explain things. So so home is all pink, and what I will also do is on a Saturday, I always try to do sort of a declutter type project or empty boxes. So I'm having a go at 40 bags for Lent. So I'm going to just write that at the bottom there. So I need to declutter, let's go 7 bags. They can be shopping bags, they're not, you know, huge bags, sort of that size sort of bags. So I need to make sure I have a look at maybe doing that most days, I think. Okay, so Lilac is Craft Club. Now with Craft Club that runs 10 till 12, but then I have to get there and set up, and I have to lock up afterwards. So I tend to leave home at 9:30. I don't normally get back till 1 o'clock. So let's just drop those in. Now I always block appointments off. These are things that cannot be changed, which is why it's in a block. It reminds me this can't be changed. I don't know whether this pen is running out, because that doesn't show up very well on the screen I'm looking at, but I can see it anyway. That I might have to change that pen. Okay, so the next one then, so if we're looking at this, so I've looked at my appointments, I've looked at so Craft Club is part of my appointments. What I also make a note of in there would be things like, let's get me a black pen, wherever it's gone, there it is. I also make a jot in there, those boxes for things I need to take or things. So we are doing tatting at the moment, so I need to take the tatting needles and the birthday list with me. Okay, so that's that one. Work then. My daisy craft business is always purple, so I'm going to be starting that at 9 o'clock on a Monday, and then that runs through till 3. I don't do school drop off on a Tuesday, so I just do printing, and then always at 2 o'clock I try to do the admin for that last hour, just to get everything caught up. So what I will do with that is I'll just add that on to, because I'll go straight from that to Craft Club, straight from Craft Club back to Daisy. And then on a Wednesday we don't tend to work, but I do still have to do a bit of printing sometimes, and afterwards again up till 3 o'clock I might do admin, I might do accounting, stock taking, that sort of thing. But I will probably come in Monday or Tuesday and write in there what needs to be done that day. And then on a Sunday, which is what you've seen today, I always do printing on a Sunday. I'll fill these out afterwards. They're pretty much the same as the rest of the week. Okay, school then, that's the next one. When am I doing pick up drop off? There's nothing happening for school this week. It's just a normal school week, so I do school drop, and I don't do school pick up on a Monday. I don't do drop Tuesday and Wednesday, but I do pick up on a Wednesday. And then I would do that Thursday. So I always write in when I'm doing school drop off in case anything happens. So for instance, if it's like parents' evening or something like that, then on a Tuesday I would put that in. So I would adjust this for when it's my day. So if there's something going on at school and I need to be there, I would do the pick up or the drop off. The first day back at school after holidays here, because we normally go back on Tuesday, normally has Monday off, instead of printing here, I would put printing here on a Monday, and then here would be school drop off. So I would adjust that plan according to what's going on. Right then, next on my weekly, so I've got my home stuff in, I've got my work in, we've got school in, I've put the appointments in. Now we're looking at emails, hobbies and big projects. Now I put emails on there a while ago because I had quite a lot of emails and I need to get them sorted. Really it's only my Daisy, my Minecraft Orchard emails that now need to be corralled, as it were. So this is something that was an ongoing thing to make sure that I was doing it every week and because there's a lot of backlog and I needed to sort of sort that out. As soon as I've got these emails all under control, that'll be wiped off, not a problem. So let's put emails when I come back from school. And then when I come to do personal stuff, that will be those then. Okay, so I always edit after tea on a Monday. So I'll be editing this video here Monday evening. I then always leave Tuesday blank because if I can't edit on Monday, I will edit it on Tuesday, and then after tea I post the video and schedule the socials. So I always put it on Facebook and Instagram to say that there's a new video out. What I would then do also, if there's extra stuff, so filming, I won't be filming this week, I'll be filming the week after. So normally in there I would put filming, and then if there's extra stuff I wanted to do, so I wanted to revamp my titles, or there's some research I wanted to do or something, I might put that in somewhere within the week. If I want to do extra posts on a Friday, I'll put post video here on the Friday. And that's in orange because that's Minecraft Orchard. Okay, so these at the moment are all the essential things that go in. These aren't anything extra, these aren't any big projects or anything. This is what I do every week. Okay, so we have TV night on, now this is personal stuff, this is stuff for me. So I do TV night on a Tuesday and a Thursday. That's where I get one television, my husband gets the other, in different rooms, and we watch what we want. I'm actually watching Reacher at the moment, just started watching that, so that's quite good. And I've been watching a few of the Marvel films on Disney as well, so I've been enjoying that. And then on a Thursday after tea, I always try and fit in a gaming session. Now I do sometimes game, like here, once I finish videoing and putting my socials out. If I'm tired, I'll then go onto my Nintendo Switch and do some gaming here. If not, I might carry on, or if this takes me longer, it takes me up to bedtime or whatever. but I might game here. But dedicated, this is what I'm doing tonight. That's why it's actually scheduled here on this plan. Okay, so that's those sort of things. Right, the other thing that needs to be done this week is the Warhammer. Right, now I should have been building that this afternoon. I'm actually going out to spend some time with my sister and my dad, so I won't be building that unless I do some this evening. So, and it's got to be built at some point. So, instead of gaming here, I could actually build the Warhammer here. I'm definitely going to have to start painting over the weekend. So I'm going to put in, definitely on Sunday, the Warhammer stuff, because I need to be doing that. And then in pencil, and this is a trick, this is something I always do with my planning, is if there's something that I'd like to do, but it doesn't matter if I don't do it, or it can be moved easily, like painting in the week, I always put it in pencil. So on Tuesday night, I'm going to pencil in here Warhammer as well after tea. Okay, now, if I don't get to edit this because something goes wrong tomorrow, it may do. It means I can still edit my video on Tuesday. If not, I can come in and do my Warhammer instead. As simple as that. If something goes wrong Tuesday, I've still got this wiggle room here to be able to allow for all this stuff that hasn't been done. What I tend to do is I leave the space between Harry coming home from school, which is about 3:30, which is about here, till tea time, that 2 hour, that hour gap there every day. And I put emails in there, but it doesn't matter if they don't get done. I always leave this gap every day, because if something goes wrong here, somebody goes, can you do, any chance this needs to be done, or the computer breaks, or something goes wrong in the day, I've got this time here to do it. Now let's say it was Wednesday and Tuesday was just awful, I didn't catch up here, and then I spent all day Tuesday trying to catch up with various things because I was out all morning, remember, and this hour here still wasn't enough to catch everything up. I've still got the Tuesdays for the rest of the week, and then by Friday everything should be back to normal. That way I can prevent me working at weekends, apart from, you know, just odd bits and bobs. I work for myself, we all do it, but I'm planning to do it. But by giving yourself that wiggle room in your plan means that you've got that space to adapt, to change. The dog's sick, the kids are sick, they're at home, that sort of thing. You've got extra stuff to do that you didn't expect. So that's my unexpected buffer, as it were. Should have explained that a bit better, shouldn't I? Okay, so that is that. The only thing I haven't put on here then are big projects. So let's just double check these. So these would be things for the business now. So I tend to go in and do that in black. So if you notice now on my Monday, I've got quite a few lines here because I spend all day. That whole block there is for Daisycraft, apart from 2 till 3, which I always do the admin. Okay, so on a Monday now I can do any resends that need to be done, so I put that in. I've got obviously everyday orders, the weekend's orders to do, and I also like to check the bank, or pay bills or anything like that. But if I put check bank, that's what that means. So that's Monday. So then Tuesday's card, I've got my printing already on there to do the orders, the editing videos already on there, TV nights on there. I then got check stock and out of stocks, and then I've got menu planning, home planning, that sort of stuff. So I haven't got that on there. Okay, so let's have a look. When would be best to do the shopping list? Probably after tea. It's always good to do a shopping list after tea. So let's put that in there. And I'll do the menu planning as well at the same time. Okay, which means we then need to go shopping. So it might be that while I'm at craft club, Stuart will do the shopping. It might be I do it straight after craft club before I come home. So I'm going to put in there shopping. Okay, fabulous. And then Wednesday, schedule social media, post videos, shopping, that sort of thing. Thursdays I've got personal projects, very much the same apart from the end of week tasks would have to go onto that. Sometimes I might do, yeah, I've got some stuff that I do on the computer, order raw mail supplies, game, you know, things that I would do on a weekly basis. So for instance, I know we don't need to order any raw mail supplies, so I know I wouldn't have to put that on there. So Friday I've got one here that says I always put film in and order printing because sometimes that has to be done, and sometimes if I want to do extra filming, I've got a series coming up or I want to get ahead, I might do that on a Friday. I've got errands, and then because there's more time I tend to do my deep work, so that's why it says deep work on there, plus all my note processing, so notebook, all of that sort of stuff would get processed as well. And then Saturday and Sunday is pretty much the same, but on here I've got more like home projects, my Warhammer and crafting, and then obviously my weekly planning on a Sunday, which is what I'm doing today. Review any trackers, print off the orders, any week prep, and spend time with the family. So that's pretty much what I am doing. And the week prep obviously is making sure sandwich boxes are clean and we've got uniform ready to go, any ironing's been done. My husband tends to do that, but if I put it on my list, it's just a reminder in case there's anything I need. Right, so that's how I would do that. Now the next thing I do then, because this is what I do on a weekly basis, nothing much changes apart from if there's an appointment or there's something going on for school or there's something specific I need to do, which is where I'm now going. What are the specific things that need to get done? So is there anything from last week, which is why I leave this here, is to remind me that I haven't fully reviewed last week. So is there anything from last week? So the wool scarf, that hasn't been done. I didn't do any of that. So that's a scarf I am knitting for my son's teacher. He should have had it at Christmas. I can't spell scarf. And what I'm doing is I'm doing the Wolves emblem and then just doing stripes in gold and black, but the emblem I need to really concentrate and focus on. So I sort of set myself the target of doing a row or 2 rows every day. So that's something that I got a couple of rows done, but nothing major. Yeah, so that's so yeah, I'm going to be doing that today, and I put it on Monday, but I'm going to do that today. I did all that. And sometimes what I would do is I would go down and I go, yeah, I did the morning, I did that, I did that, I did that, yeah, I did that, I did that, and we did that. And I might go off and just tick everything. So for instance, this wool scarf here we didn't get done, so they're very much bullet journal type things with the arrows, the crosses, that sort of thing. You know, I might do crosses, migration, all that sort of stuff. I did all that. I did all that. I did all that. I did that. I'm doing printing. I'm doing filming. Yeah, so that's all good. Now I've had a quick look for appointments for the week here. So what else have I got written on my monthly that I might want to do? The mug has arrived, so I'll quickly update. I've changed the dentist thing, so that's a good thing. And I've bought the golden sprue figurine, so I've done that. Fabulous. There's nothing much I can tick off there. Any of the projects, just to remind me what projects I'm working on. Got the Warhammer in. business accounts, I need to do some more for that. There's another big project coming up that I want to put in. I'm not really doing that, and I need to get some of the 100-day in as well. And then those tasks I'll look at after. Yeah, I'll look at those after. So what else needs to go in? I need to put in business accounts. So get my purple pen out, and I will do that on Saturday. So I know I've got some of the accounts that need to be updated, so that's that. And then I'm not going to this other project here. I'm not going to write that on here because at the moment I'm not quite ready to announce that project because it is to do with planning and this channel and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not writing that in yet. But there is something else that needs to go on this plan later. So that's that. So just as a quick recap, I've put everything that I would normally do: school drop-offs, morning routines. I've made sure there's time in here for myself, my work's in there, my commitments such as my craft club and any appointments, my YouTube is all in here. Not everybody has a YouTube channel, but that might be stuff that you have to do for a community that you run. So I run craft club, so that's a community type thing. I've got my shopping, so I've got stuff for home in there as well. So my 5 elements: Daisy, which is my business where I earn my money, my craft orchard, which is this channel, home is in there, personal things in. The only thing that's not in here is any of my writing. Now, instead of writing this month, I'm going to be doing my Warhammer because I can't do both. Time is very, and brain space is very limited, plus I've got another big project I'm trying to work on. So I'm not going to write any writing in here. Now, there's a few things that I wrote in here when I was looking at the big picture, which were things like phoning my dad, maybe visiting my dad, and putting an email out for Easter. So on Saturday, shall I do it Saturday? I'll put it out. Yes, I'll put it out for Saturday. So I'm going to write it on Saturday, which you can't see. WhatsApp family Easter egg rolling. So it's a day specific. It doesn't matter if I don't do it Saturday, I could do it Sunday, it's fine, but that's something I definitely need to be doing. And then on the Friday I was thinking I might visit Dad because nothing else is happening. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write on here because I haven't done this day's it would probably be straight after school, so I'll put visit Dad on there. But I'm seeing him today, so I may not have to do that visit to check that he's okay. And then I also want to make sure that I'm phoning him, so if I'm seeing him today, maybe I'll phone him on Friday. So let's put visit / phone. Okay, fabulous. Weekly plan done. So I would then come into this, and next month I'm going to go through what my routine looks like and what I do sort of on a daily basis. But just so you get a bit of a feel for it, I would come into this on tomorrow morning, and I would look down here and go, right, yes, there's nothing unusual for Daisy Craft I've got to do, there's nothing specific that's got to be done, and I've got a bit of time here if everything goes all right, and I've got, after I've finished editing that video, there's something else here I could do. So this wolf scarf here I could knit while I'm editing the video or afterwards, or I could do some of the tatting that needs to be done for craft club, that sort of thing. So tomorrow when I come in to look at this, that's when I'll make those decisions. That needs to be looked at, this needs to be looked at, when can I fit them in during the day, that sort of thing. But I will go through that next month when I do a plan with me for my daily activities. Hope you enjoyed that. Go and get your coloured pens if you like colour coding. Go and get some index cards or a nice piece of paper or somewhere in your planner to write out your checklist, which are these sort of things, and go and get planning. from here, this makes so much sense. I know what I'm doing. I know when I'm doing it, what I'm doing. And if anything changes, I know that there is space within my day to either put a big project in, or game if I want to, or sit and drink coffee, play with my kids. I've only got one kid. Play with the kid, or whatever, because I have a plan and not a to-do list. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Any questions, comment down below. Thank you very much. Bye.